Hey, boys.
Hello.
How we
Peter.
do?
We good.
How doing? Everybody okay? Everybody good?
We are.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I suffered a bout of food poisoning Sunday night. That's why we're a day late here. That's also why if I get up and disappear from the broadcast at any point tonight, it's because I probably have a little bit of spicy diarrhea.
Spicy diarrhea.
Just so everybody wants to know my situation.
Wow.
Oh, but it's episode 97. We've got the AL East preview. Let's run this little intro video real quick, huh?
Yeah.
You're listening to the Upper Decker Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back. I am your boy Ty,
I'm your boy Tone.
And I'm your boy Dan.
and the boys are back in town, baby. All three of us doing the fucking three boy things together. Look at that. 97. We got 1997 MLB season because the only person to ever wear 97 in the history of Major League Baseball is Joe Beimel, and quite frankly, there's just not a lot to talk about him.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
So, there's actually not a lot to talk about in the 97 season either, but I picked out some of the highlights. And on January 5th, Time Wakefield, who is apparently a fucking person now because I miscorrectly typed his name.
Oh,
January 5th, Tim Wakefield is released from the hospital after bruising after being hit by a car. The man was out on a jog and got hit by a car, taken to the hospital, and only had bruises. So,
Wow.
there you go. Good for him.
And knuckleballers.
Little weirdos, bruh. On April 15th, Bud Selig announces that the league will, kind of pay attention to Jackie Robinson Day. They'll celebrate that every year on April 15th. Everybody's going to wear number 52 or number 42, and that 42 is now retired league-wide, except for those grandfathered in, mainly Mariano Rivera.
right.
So,
If you were already wearing it,
yep. May 31st, Andres Galarraga. You guys kind of know that name a little bit. I know me and Tone do for sure from our 90s draft. I think you ended up with all Andres Galarraga on one of your teams, sir. He hit a 529-foot grand slam. So far through that season, he was averaging 478-foot home runs. That's 2 months into the season, and you're averaging 478 on ding-dongs. It's pretty dang good.
that'll play.
On June 12th, the first interleague game actually took place between the Texas Rangers and the San Francisco Giants. Bud Selig kind of put that in place that year. And, now we just do it every other day pretty much. So that's kind of tight.
Hey,
Hey,
there
looky
you go.
there. Tone's got it on a hat.
I got it on an old hat.
He's got
And
it
it's
on
just
a
two teams. How about that?
hat.
I know. That's why I got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's got a hat that says the stuff I'm talking about.
How about that?
Look at that. On September 10th, Mark McGwire becomes the second player in history with consecutive 50 home run seasons. Give you guys one guess as to who the other person was.
The Great Bambino.
Baby Ruthie. You got it right. It's happened multiple times since, obviously. Not even worth going down the list because now it's just like, somebody just bopped 50 dingers again. Got it. Cool. And then finally, on November 6th, the Brewers accepted the invite to the NL Central. I didn't know that Kansas City had turned that offer down at
I didn't
first. So that made it an even number of teams in each league with the Diamondbacks in the Devil Rays edition in 1998. So y'all could have had the dang old Royals in your division instead of the Brewers, and it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably not.
You'd have one more World Series, but also maybe not because then they'd be in the National League and not the American League. So fucking Shit's wild. Who knows, man? Shit's cray.
Cray cray.
Cray cray. Tone, you got birthdays?
That's all the kids say.
Do things.
I do have birthdays this week. We've got Ty's boy, Pablo
Hell
Lopez.
yeah. Look at that fucking stash, bro.
On July 2nd last season, he was ejected after throwing just one pitch in a game against the Braves. He
That'll
threw
do
his
it.
first ball directly at leadoff hitter Ronald Acuna Jr.
Mhm.
Smoked him.
Mhm.
The last starting pitcher to have this happen to them was, not so coincidentally, also a Marlin, Jose Urena, who was also
Ball
tossed for aiming his
specialist.
first pitch at Acuna. Little trend there, boys.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all he fucking does is hit people. Urena, however the hell you say it.
Yeah. Well, people like to talk, and by people, I mean my one friend likes to call Ronald Acuna a big old baby because, oh man, the Marlins hit me. It's happened like fucking 9 times in the first at bat. Like, it's insane.
You like that I pulled the picture from the incident?
I do. And
Yeah.
I very much so appreciate it.
So in that case, Acuna came around to score what ended up being the only run of the game. So not only was Lopez ejected, but he received a loss after just one pitch.
Well, that's what you get when you be a little turd baby boy.
However, 9 days later,
Uh-oh.
Lopez struck out the first 9 batters he faced, also against the Braves, on just 35 pitches.
I remember that. I
Damn.
remember that too.
That was big. Yeah. Yep. Old Pablo.
Oh, Pablo.
Petey
Petey
Pablo.
Pablo. Yeah.
North Carolina. Okay. Next birthday, it's Mr. Jeff Kent. He is 54 years old this week.
And he should be a Hall of Famer.
Should be. He's one of the best second basemen in the history of the game.
He's up there. Outstanding infielder in the 90s, early 2000s. He won an MVP. He was a 5-time All-Star. I don't really remember this, and maybe this is more common knowledge than I realized, but he was disliked by a lot of people.
Yeah. That's
Players,
the rumor on why he's not
fans.
in the Hall of Fame is because he was kind of an asshole.
Right. General reputation for being rude and arrogant. When he got to the Mets, the players decided to haze him by swapping his clothes out with Mets broadcaster Lindsey Nelson. Apparently, he was not a good sport, wasn't having it, refused to play along. And I think that was like just an example of like how he was in the clubhouse with his teammates and whatnot, you know? In 2002, Kent reported to spring training claiming he broke his wrist while falling off his truck while washing it. You guys remember this?
Uh-uh.
I was
But
too little.
there was numerous eyewitnesses that pointed out he definitely fell off a motorcycle while popping wheelies,
Oh my god.
which was a
Whoopsies.
clear violation of his contract. So he got in
Oh.
trouble.
That's all right. They still ended up going to the World Series that year.
In 2004, he had a season-long feud with Dodgers teammate Milton Bradley. Remember that guy?
Yeah, apparently people hated him though too, so
That's
I don't really
true.
blame him.
Kent called out Bradley for not hustling, and tempers flared, and Bradley ends up throwing a chair at him in the clubhouse and stuff. So, right
Oh,
or wrong,
God.
his fault or not, he did not get along with people very well. So,
But look at the stash though.
Look at that
but
thing.
look at this. He looks like such a dad in that picture.
He really does. Like
Yeah.
he looks like he looks like a dad, like a kid that was born in like 2002 who has an early kid and then is a
Mhm.
dad in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Does that math
really
add up?
specific.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's like how kids are dressing nowadays again. Like we're reverting back to like the late 90s, early 2000s. So they got the stash and the weird trimmed sideburns, the hats that's
Mhm.
not on top of their head,
Mhm.
and then the sick big framed glasses. Like, you get my picture.
I get your picture. He let's see, he finished with a 55.5 WAR,
It's pretty respectable.
290 average, 356 on base. He was a good hitter. He won 4 Silver Sluggers. No Gold Gloves.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
that's
but
a tough call on MVP.
Isn't he the all-time home run leader among second basemen? I think he's the all-time a couple things leaders among second basemen, but
I don't know. He's got 377.
I'll find it.
But yeah, good player though. Good player, Jeff Kent.
Yeah, Jeff Kent right here, looking like a 354 home runs at second base.
Oh, at second base. So his other ones, he was playing elsewhere, I guess.
Either playing elsewhere or was like playoffs and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, so 377 career puts him 43 above Robbie Cano.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost 100 above Ryan Sandberg, the next best one there. So,
The more you know.
The more you know.
knowing's half the battle.
All right.
G.I. Joe.
Last birthday.
No.
Tony Tones. Dope name of the day. Bobo Holloman. Bro, do you think it's physically possible for him to pull his pants up any higher?
I don't think so. He's got to have a 24, 26-inch inseam right there. That's crazy.
That is insane, bro.
This is okay. I've always wondered, like, when you see an old man walks around, has them all pulled up to like nipples, like, did he do that when he was younger? Clearly, this is saying that they did. So
yeah. Bobo was born in 1923. That would make him 99 years old this week.
That's pretty big old, but not old enough to have your pants that high, sir.
That's true.
Where your dingling go?
I don't know. Pick a pant leg.
I guess so, huh?
Just pick one.
Sheesh.
Do you change it up? Do you go the same one every time?
Do you have a ritual for, like, is he a pitcher? He's a pitcher. So, yeah. You gotta have a ritual. It's gotta go on one leg one day, and then like the rest of the 5 days it goes in the other leg or something.
Like, he's almost got the team name in
tucked
into his pants.
I mean, he's got a 2-finger nipple rule right there. Like 2 fingers belt. That's where he's at.
That's crazy.
I can't get over it. All right, tell me more about Bubba.
All right. So, like I said, 99 years old this week, or would be rather. He only played 1 year in the big leagues for the St. Louis Browns in 1953, but he was actually fairly well known in the baseball world. The reason was on May 6th, in his first career start, he threw a no-hitter.
Wow, Bobo.
It took over 60 years for this to be matched. Y'all remember last year? Who did it?
In their first career start?
In the first career start, not appearance start.
Yeah. Oh my God. The Diamondbacks guy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Tyler Gilbert.
Thank you.
Gilbert. Yep.
Versus San Diego. It was his 4th appearance overall. I think Bobo was about the same. I think he had 2 or 3 relief starts prior.
Relief starts?
Or relief appearances.
Wow.
Rather. Relief.
Damn, they were rolling out the opener.
The opener, right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bobo was described as a boastful, enthusiastic, harmonica-playing, hot-headed man.
Of course he plays the fucking harmonica.
Look at him.
Yeah.
That man whittles the shit out of some wood.
He was superstitious, as many ball players are.
Told you guys.
Every time he entered a game, he'd stop near the foul line. He'd bend down. He'd draw the initials GN in the dirt. G was for his son, Gary, and N was for his wife, Nan. In his only season, like I said, he made a few relief appearances, not relief starts, relief appearances. In that start, he had been nagging the team, nagging the manager every day to let him have a start, and they wouldn't because his ERA was almost 9.
Well, that's a pretty good reason.
I'll do it.
Finally, for some reason, they let him start against the Philadelphia Athletics. The owner later explained why they allowed him to do it. He said the Athletics were the softest competition we could find.
Oh, wow.
And that if they didn't give him the chance, he'll be on our ears all the way to the train station. However, supposedly it wasn't that great of a pitching performance despite the no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of luck involved. The team owner, Bill Veek, said this when asked about the performance. He said, everything he threw up was belted, and everywhere the ball went, there was a brownie there to catch it. It was such a hot and humid and heavy night that long fly balls, which seemed to be headed out of the park, would die and be caught at the fence. Just when Bobo looked as if he was tiring, a shower would sweep across the field, delaying the game long enough for him to get a rest. Allie Clark hit one into the left field stands that curved foul at the last second. A bunt just rolled foul on the last spin. His game was actually featured in an article called The 11 Worst No-Hitters of All Time.
Oh, wow.
Well, that suck. You pitch a no-hitter. Everyone's like, yeah, but you were pretty shitty out there.
Yeah, just remember how bad you did, though.
right.
Edwin Jackson has to be on that list, too.
I believe he was.
You don't
Let's
walk.
see.
What was it? 11 walks, 12 walks? What the fuck? It was
Something
something
like
just
that.
insane. But yeah, either way, like
Old Bobo walked 5. He only had 3 strikeouts. He had 26 at bats, faced 31 batters. Oof, yeah, ground ball. He gave up 12 ground balls, 11 fly balls.
Yeah, Edwin Jackson is number 2 on the list.
Sheesh,
was
bro.
Bobo number 1?
I don't know. I'm just pulling out the list now. I don't know if these are in order, actually, but
Oh, okay. Just 11 of them.
yeah. Man, some of these are bad. Yeah. Edwin was 8 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and it took him 149 pitches.
Jesus.
Could be worse.
Good.
At least his name wasn't Bobo.
He could have
At
allowed
least
a
his
hit.
name wasn't Bobo, and he wore his pants like a normal human.
Yep.
Bobo and Nan. What a 1950s couple.
Yeah. It's classic. All right, boys. I'm done looking at shitty no-hitters.
Done looking at
Okay.
shitty no-hitters.
Those are your
All right.
birthdays. That's your Tony Tone Stove name of the day. What you got, Ty?
Oh, I was just going to say that Edwin Jackson has played for 14 different fucking teams. It's insane.
Almost
1,
half the
2,
league.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had 8 one-year deals, a 2-year, a 2-year, a 2-year, a 3-year, a 3-year, a 3-year.
Wow.
That is
He could
fucking
probably be a
brutal.
serviceable pitcher for the Pirates right now. Has he
Hey,
played for them
Orioles.
before?
I
don't remember that.
Pittsburgh. No, he hasn't.
There you go.
Pittsburgh.
That would make 15.
Baltimore could be another one.
He's played for Baltimore already.
Never mind. Let's do Pittsburgh then.
Mhm.
I like
Who
it.
else is bad? Who else is bad, guys? Come on.
Arizona.
He's
He,
Arizona.
he played for them, right?
Oakland. Did you pitch for the A's?
He did pitch for the A's. Wow.
What about the Royals? I think he pitched for them too.
No, he didn't. There you go.
No?
Good job, Tone.
Okay. Damn, Tone's killing it.
Give me one more, Dan. Give me one more team that Edwin Jackson hasn't played for.
Cleveland.
Yeah. you're
Fucking
right.
crushed it. God, you guys are so good. I love y'all.
I like this.
All right. Hey, let's talk a little bit of money before we get into the other shit.
Money, money, money.
If you want to sign up to be a monthly contributor, do that over at anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod/support. You can donate $1, $5, or $10 a month. All of that goes right back into the show. Yeah, you know the fucking deal. If you've seen us here before, you know where it goes. It goes back to the equipment and the dang old subscriptions and shits like that. So help us. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you can't do the monthly thing, I get it. No bigs. Head on over to PayPal. You can do a one-time payment over there. PayPal.me/upperdeckerpod. Anything over $20 gets you a message on the show, whether it be something you want us to say or do, or if you have a business or a product that you'd like for us to talk about or help you sell with an advertisement. We could do that for $20. So
Nailed it.
do that. PayPal.me/upperdeckerpod. Do your thing, dog. That's what I say after every time we do the money. Do your thing, dog. You know?
Maybe we can make that a t-shirt.
Just do your thing, dog. Hell yeah. All right, boys. So we got the AL East preview. Tony Tone, I got to be honest with you, bro. Take the lead on this for me, because I don't want to.
Because your tum-tum hurts.
My tum-tum feels no blame.
Oh, my tum-tum.
Oh, my poor Tommy Tum-Tum.
All right. we're going to take a look at the AL East. We're going to recap 2021. We're going to look at the moves that were made prior to the lockout. And then we're going to take a stab at some predictions. We're going to predict the AL East standings for this upcoming season. We're going to talk about some stat leaders and our ideal rotation. Cool?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Let's
So
do it.
last year, the AL East finished with Tampa Bay at 100 wins. 100. Red Sox, Yankees finished with the same record. And then the Blue Jays finished in 4th place with 91 wins. Unreal.
Woof.
Yeah.
Hell of a division. And then there's Baltimore.
At least they'll be fun.
48 fucking games
They've
back.
got like 3 exciting players.
They had Trey Mancini and Cedric Mullins last year, so
Yeah.
and they had a no hitter.
Yeah. So did
John Means.
but so did wait, where was Kluber? He was with New York?
Yes.
So he had one too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, I don't quit trying to take some thunder away from Baltimore. I'm trying to give them something.
Oh,
man.
I understand
110
now. Okay.
games last year.
I understand.
The good news is Baltimore has Rougned Odor this year, so they'll probably win another -2 games.
Yeah. Similar to the other divisions we've done so far, and just because of the way this offseason has worked, a lot more departures than acquisitions. Tampa Bay added Kluber that we just talked about. Who knows? I know he pitched a no-hitter, but he's been hurt so much. He was an amazing pitcher before that. We'll see.
Do you guys remember when he threw 1 inning for the Texas Rangers?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
The Rays' losses aren't massive, but they're notable.
Yeah.
I still like the Rays. I still think they're going to finish towards the top, but I would expect them to make another move or two.
I would agree. I think they could grab a DH, especially losing Nelson Cruz, and I wouldn't necessarily rule out Nelson Cruz coming back to him.
That's true. Red Sox, they did that kind of intriguing Jackie Bradley Jr. back to Boston, swap for Hunter Renfroe. Kind of interesting. They added 42-year-old in a few days, Rich Hill.
Sheesh.
They added Michael Wacha, who I don't even know if I would say a fan. I've always been a big supporter of Michael Wacha.
Yeah.
I want him to do well, but
after you saw Michael Matheny try and ruin him from the ground up.
Exactly. It bums me out. James Paxton could be intriguing.
The big maple. He didn't even pitch last year, did he?
Paxton, I don't think he did.
I think he got hurt when he went because he went
back to Seattle.
Seattle, yeah. And I think he got hurt early on.
Yeah,
he pitched. I don't think he pitched much.
Yeah, I want to say it was like less than a game.
Yeah, I don't think he threw a game. Hold on.
No.
2021, it was 1 game, 1.1 inning pitched.
Hell yeah, I was right.
Hey, also, Dustin, you shut your fucking face.
I don't think they have the money to pay Freeman.
No way in hell.
That'd be kind of cool though.
It would be fucking tight, but don't do it to somebody else's fucking guy. Get Anthony Rizzo. He's still out there. Let fucking Freeman go back to. God, let Freeman go back to. God dang Atlanta. Everybody quit bugging me, dude. Shit.
Eduardo Rodriguez is a pretty big loss. The rest, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Ottavino, is that what you're gonna say?
I
don't even know what he did last season though. I know he's been really good in the past, but
that's kind of why I bit my tongue because I didn't have his stats from last year pulled up. I know he did really well in New York, except for I think maybe like the last year right before they traded him. But
yeah, he didn't do too good last year.
Yeah, he wasn't great last year. I'm looking at him right now.
No,
it wasn't terrible, but he wasn't great.
Yeah, Yankees have lost quite a lot and haven't added anything really. We'll see what happens with Anthony Rizzo, where he ends up. We'll see if Brett Gardner retires. Clint Frazier's definitely gone. Rugi's definitely gone. Andrew Heaney's definitely gone, correct? And he signed somewhere?
Yes.
Dodgers.
Yep.
There you go. Kluber's definitely gone. So, yeah, they got some losses there. Blue Jays, big losses for the Blue Jays, which worries me. Robbie Ray, definitely gone. Semion's in Texas. Steven Matz is with the Cardinals.
Right.
They did
Kirby
add
Yates,
Kevin Gausman.
Kirby Yates didn't even throw a pitch for them last year, though. So that's like a loss with an asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about Kirby Yates.
I don't know how you guys are going to recover without Gerard Dyson, though, for real.
Go get, what's his name? But the other speedy outfielder.
Terrence Gore? My boy?
Well, if you want to win a World Series, you go get Terrence Gore. But
yeah, that's right.
No, I was thinking the Billy Hamilton.
Billy Hamilton.
Yep. And then you got Baltimore, who added Rugi. They lost a pair of Harveys and Pedro Severino, who I actually think that's a little bit of a loss, actually. But
yeah, for them it actually is, but for everybody else, it's not that big of a deal.
Right. So that's what we got that's our recap of what's happened thus far.
I really, real quick, just want to talk about oh no, why won't my thing load? The biggest loss.
That's what she said.
Hello. the biggest loss that the dang old Orioles had. Are you ready for this shit, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it pulled up.
It
ain't a player. It's a daggum hairdo.
Oh, dang.
Hunter Harvey, bro.
Look at that thing. It's even got like the swoop.
Wow.
You telling me that boy ain't getting it done out there, bros? Oh,
I like that.
Unreal. So I hope he pretty much signs with whoever, and I get to see him. Oh, just win a World Series. I don't give a shit what team. Just do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, my dudes. These are our predictions for this upcoming season. None of us have the same order as last year. Ty and I do have the same order, though.
Yeah, dude.
Great minds.
We're all still pretty close.
We're all really close. We've got the top four anywhere between 88 and 100 wins, and then we've all got the Orioles.
We got Baltimore.
Like 40 wins behind fourth place, pretty much.
There's almost as much variation between our first place and our fourth place as there is between how many wins we think Baltimore's going to have.
Yeah.
That's
true.
They're not going to be good. We can just get them out of the way. Like, they're not going to be good. The most fun thing about them this year is going to hopefully be watching Adley Rutschman. Like, that's going to be the most fun thing that comes out of there. Seeing how Cedric Mullins follows up too is also going to be fun.
I just want to see. I want to see all the good, great prospects they get when they trade everybody away.
Yep.
Because they signed, like I said, they signed Rugi to that 1-year deal. They're going to do that thing where they sign him and then flip him at the trade deadline to a contender. And then they got Mancini who can go, Mountcastle who can go, and then they'll just build around Rutschman.
Yep. And whenever we do have baseball again, they will sign a few more people to those 1-year deals, those veteran type contracts, and they'll flip them around too. And that'll be fun.
The problem is they've been doing it for so long. At some point, you have to kind of go for it.
Right.
I'm not saying go all in, but at some point, you're like, all right, we keep this guy, and build around them. But they just haven't figured it out yet. So they're going to be bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Yeah, they are.
All right, let's talk about the Yankees because Ty and I have them in fourth. Again, just a few wins difference between what Dan's got too. I don't know about the Yankees. They're so hard to read because, like, they're really top heavy as far as some of their talent. When you look at Garrett Cole and you look at Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton and.
Yeah, their number 2 starter is Jordan Montgomery.
I'd argue. I think Severino's going to have a good year. I think he'll. It doesn't matter what order they're in, but I think he'll be considered the number 2 starter by mid-season. But, but yeah, not a lot of depth there with pitching. Although I do love Nestor Cortez, dude.
Talk about mustaches. Holy shit.
It's like
Nestor the molester mustache going on there.
Oh, and his leg kicks and stuff, and he switches it up on every pitch, so you don't know what's. It's so funny, dude.
Yeah, the only reason that I've got New York above Boston is I tried to rank the teams based on what I think they're going to do when everything does open back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Yankees recognize that they need another pitcher, and everybody in the world knows that they want a shortstop. So I tried to play that into it as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, I've got a 1-win difference between the two, so they could flip-flop, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I've just got them taking a step back because they have lost a whole lot of fucking things, a whole lot of peeps. Clint Frazier, the failed experiment there. Tyler Wade, who's actually filled in pretty well for him nicely as of late. Rugi's whatever the fuck. Brett Gardner's been a staple with them for so long.
Fucking Caillou.
Rizzo was great when he came over. But that's about it. Like, we're kind of saying they're not like big names, but it's been big Yankee names for the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
Right.
I have a question about the shortstop situation because you're right, Dave. They have made it very well known they're looking for a shortstop. Is that just like a direct? They just want a direct upgrade over Gio Urshela?
So
because he's not he didn't have a great year last year, but like in 2020 he was like
he's
really
Gio's
good.
So Gio's listed as their starting shortstop, but he's not really a shortstop. He played third base last year. Glaber was just not a shortstop.
Okay.
That was who primarily played short for them last year. And he's just not good with the glove. I think ideally they want to move Glaber to second, and which would leave DJ at either first or third, depending on what they do on the free agent side. And then that, kind of leaves Gio and Miguel Andujar kind of in no man's land.
Yeah.
So I think come hell or high water, they're going to go get somebody. It's just a matter of who and which position.
They've got like Jose Peraza. They've got a weird infield. It's just very
people are just out of position. They're none of that. They have like a bunch of second basemen playing all four positions.
Yeah.
Bunch of idiots, if you ask me.
Bunch of dum-dums. All right.
And then,
you want to talk about the Boston Red Sox?
Hell yeah, dude.
Go for it.
They're not going to do as good as last year, but they're going to be good. Tell you that much.
Yeah.
Let me get to their roster real quick and let me tell you why. How's that sound?
It's a good roster.
It's a pretty damn good roster. And
I love how you say that they're not going to do as well as they did last year, but you've predicted them to win one more game than they did last year.
Yeah, I said they were going to win 95 last year. So they're not going to do as good as I predicted them to do.
Okay. Good save.
Fucking whatever. It's pretty much the same team that they had last year too. Like, they're not losing many pieces. We talked about like Eddie Rodriguez, Hunter Renfroe, which I still can't wrap my head around. I think at this point you should have kept Hunter Renfroe, but whatever. Garrett Richards, it's fine. See ya. Hansel Robles, fine. See ya. Adam Ottavino, also fine. Catch ya on the flip, bro. So their bullpen's taking a little bit of a hit, but they've got a couple guys in there that are going to be okay. And they just signed Matt Barnes to a bigger contract right before the lockout happens. So they've at least got their closer in place. And then you've got, just a few guys like Chris Sale, Nate Eovaldi, and Tanner Houck in your rotation. So
yeah, you get a full season of Chris Sale this year.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking?
What were you just thinking?
Looking at this depth chart, who would look good? Who would look good in that fucking uniform?
Who's that?
Out in left field.
Mm-hmm.
Left-handed swing.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
Boy, young Jock.
Oh, dude, I would fuck with a little Jock Peterson out there, bro.
You put because right now they have Kike as their starting left fielder. You put him out in left, and let Kike just kind of be a utility guy.
Dude, Kike could be your center fielder, bro.
They got JBJ.
Yeah, you put JBJ as your fourth spot. He's your defensive sub, bro.
Oh, we didn't talk about Schwarber, did we?
Oh yeah, Schwarbs could also return, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I included him on that departure list.
No, that's another good one. I think he's gonna get a really big contract from somebody. I don't know if that'll necessarily be Boston, but Schwarber would look good out there too. But yeah, I like either one of those. I don't know why. I really like the thought of Jock Peterson out in Boston right now. I think that fits really well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Obviously, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like their infield. Obviously, you've got perennial slept-on shortstop Xander Bogaerts. You got Rafael Devers, who's obviously making a name for himself over the last few years. Christian Arroyo at second base. He's actually shown a lot of promise. It's just kind of like that young, get-it-done type, not very flashy, like the other side of the infield. And then Bobby Dahlbeck, who, I mean... Tone, go ahead and say it. Tone, you say it.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Thank you. He's kind of... I mean, last year wasn't a great year. Let's just fucking chalk it up.
His
for what
on
it
base
is.
was under 300.
Yeah. Last year was not very good for Bobby Dahlbeck.
But they do have, what's his name? Tristan Cassis waiting in the wings, basically, at first base, too. So it's not like if he does start off bad, they're going to be shit out of luck at first base.
Right. Oh, hell, I don't know, man. They'll figure it out one of these fucking days. They'll be fine. Who gives a shit? They win a World Series every other year, so it's cool.
Sure. Yeah, I think third, fourth place is where they're going to end up, though. I just don't. They're just not quite good enough. Like, you look at up and down, like, there's just not enough pitching. There's good pitching, like Chris Sale and Nathan Eovaldi, but there's not enough of it.
Right.
You look at the infield, you're like, ooh, awesome left side of the infield, shitty right side of the infield. And
right.
The outfield's pretty good, but I don't like you said, I don't like the JBJ being back in there instead of Renfroe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're at least set at DH.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that on lock.
Yeah, they're just not as deep as I believe the Rays and the Jays are, so. Yeah. That's where I'm at, boys. Who do we talk about next?
How about them Blue Jays?
The old BJs.
Hey. My favorite.
Going with a 4-man rotation, it looks like over here. We got Hyun-Jin Ryu, Jose Barrios, Kevin Gausman, and Alek Manoah. Who else are going to throw in that joint?
Ross Stripling. Or Nate Pearson, depending on who wins the battle and who doesn't get traded.
That's fair.
But they just signed Stripling, so probably him.
Yes, that is true.
I'll tell you the only thing that I don't like about Toronto right now, it's like 1.5 things. I still think they need more bullpen. Like, they need more pitching in the bullpen. And there's no way in hell they're going to start the season with Santiago Espinal as their starting third baseman. Like, I know he had a fine year last year, but no,
they won't. You're right. I mean, they'll move it around somehow. I mean,
hear me out.
I already hate it.
No, you're actually going to like this one.
Fuck. All right, go ahead.
They need a third baseman. I have 2 trade proposals here. They need a third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
There just so happens to be a perennial Gold Glove third baseman who can also hit you 30 home runs on the trade block right now on the West Coast, playing for the Oakland Athletics.
Chatty Mattman.
They also have an arm in the bullpen that could very well be used as a trade piece. Lou Trevino, who they were using as closer.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily need a closer. I think Jordan Romano is fine. But if they put a package together to go get Trevino for the bullpen and Chapman for third base, that takes their 2 weaknesses and turns them into strengths, at least at third base, because now you're going to put Chapman in a lineup that also includes fucking Vladdy Jr., Bo Bichette, George Springer, Teoscar Hernandez. Like, that's going to be a lineup that bops. And then, second part of this, 2-part trade here, Kevin Biggio isn't exactly what people, I think, planned on him to be.
Agreed.
So you either include him in the trade with Oakland, or you dig down into that well of shortstop middle infielders that they've got and all of their freaking catchers, and you go get you Ketel Marte out of Arizona, and you put him as your starting second baseman. Then you're running an infield of Vladdy Jr., Ketel Marte, Bo Bichette, and Matt Chapman. That probably becomes the best infield in baseball. It at least, even if Freeman goes back to Atlanta, it at least competes with Atlanta.
Or you could just sign Brock Holt and call it a day.
Yes. Trade for Asdrubal Cabrera. Do it.
You could also sign Chris Bryant. That would be huge on this team because of his versatility.
That's who I was just looking at, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, like I know some of that is, wishful thinking, but there's no way they don't go get a third baseman. Too many people know that they need a third baseman.
Yeah.
And I think that they go out and get one.
Hey, what about a fucking Matt Carpenter?
Yeah.
I guess pretty good, right?
Maybe if they ban the shift in 2022 instead of 2023, then they can go sign him.
That's potential. Matt Marpenter.
50 home runs if they fucking ban the shift against him.
Chris Bryant. Brad Miller. Let's just talk about all these guys that could play third base. What do you think?
Brad Miller had what did he do? He had like a massive grand slam to cap a 7-run comeback, something like that.
Oh my God, I have no idea.
I feel like I remember him hitting a really big home run. I don't remember it being a grand slam, but that really doesn't say anything. So,
you know what?
We're doing really good.
We're good at
This
this
is a good podcast.
This is great.
But anyway,
yeah.
Toronto, I think they're just too good. And they're like, they were so close last year that I just don't see them missing it this year. Like they're doing that very prototypical, they were just a little bit too young and too good too early thing where they kind of fell a little bit short and then come back the next year bigger and better. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
They taste it on the tip of their tongues and they're going to go for it.
That's right.
I agree, buddy.
And then Tampa is just going to do their fucking witch magic shit where they throw out 3 broomsticks and a fucking pair of baseballs and it turns into an all-star. So,
yeah, like a fucking Mike Zunino is your catcher. What the shit? G-Man Choi. All right.
Wasn't Zunino a first-round pick, though? Like, in Seattle?
Oh, I don't fucking know, man. I'm too young for this shit. You got that big boy back there named Wander Franco at shortstop. His first full year. That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah,
Brandon Lau.
Third overall.
Brandon Lau also, God, the most home run hittingest second baseman of all time. That middle infield's dank. Randy Arozarena. Kevin Kiermaier, I really just don't give a shit about you, bro, to be honest. Give me some Brett Phillips starting center field.
You love Kevin Kiermaier.
I love how he looks. I don't like how he plays.
Oh, I found the game.
Yay.
Nationals were up 7-0 in the third. Phillies came back and won 11-8. And
Brad Miller crushed a ding dong?
And he did. I'm trying to find like which one it was. Yeah, it was a grand slam in the bottom of the 8th to win the game.
Hell yeah. Grand Salame.
Hey.
Good job, Tone. You did it.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Took like 20 minutes out of the podcast to figure out a Brad Miller home run, but
hey, that's okay. It was worth it.
It was
fucking worth it.
All right, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about the Rays a little bit.
Yeah.
We also didn't even mention what's his name? Vidal Brujan.
Brujan.
Their other middle infielder top prospect.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like when you analyze the Rays and you're like trying to put together these projected standings that like you kind of have a number in your head of what they should win, and then you just like bump it up 5 wins?
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're a 98-win team, but they will win 98 games.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't get it.
They just find the right pieces.
However, they do suck ass because they got rid of Joey Wendell and sent him over to Miami, so fuck them for that, but it's fine.
Yeah, who did they get for that? They didn't get a pitcher for that?
I couldn't even tell you. That's how fucking mad I am about the whole thing.
Wow. Over Joey Wendell?
Joey Wendell's the GOAT, bro.
You
should the most like random crutches on dudes where like you're just like, this is my fucking dude. And
Joey
it's like,
Wendell majored in
Rockhold.
geography, and he's out here just dick slapping tallywhacks, fucking bare knuckled out there. You don't see him do it like he does anymore,
They
man.
sent him to the Marlins for minor leaguer Cameron Misner.
Yeah, see, stupid,
Meisner.
fucking dumb idiots.
Yeah, but that dude's gonna end up
he's
being
from
an MVP.
Cameron Meisner's from Poplar Bluff. He went to Mizzou.
Oh, look at that.
Hey-o.
He's not fucking Joey Wendell, but that's fine.
You know what? You don't know that.
That's true. I mean, Joey did. No big deal. He did.
You don't know that.
265 last year with a 110 OPS plus. Okay, 11 dingers and a part-time position.
Do you want me to connect Joey Wendell to one of your favorite teams really fast?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Sure.
So they got Joey Wendell. Tampa got Joey Wendell from Oakland. Do you know who Tampa sent to get him?
Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me.
No, because you're probably looking at the same article I'm looking at.
Pick me.
Nope, go ahead, though.
Go ahead, Tone.
Jonah Heim.
Dang.
You know where Jonah Heim's at now, Ty?
Yeah, he's in Texas.
Look at that. See,
Wow.
It all comes full circle.
Traded by the Oakland A's to the Tampa Bay Rays for a player to be named later. The Tampa Bay Rays sent Jonah Heim to the A's to complete the trade. Wow.
And just kind of even bringing it even more full circle, they traded Joey Wendell to free up a spot on the 40-man so they could sign Corey Kluber. So there's just Texas roots in everything.
You know what they say?
Blech.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
You're full of steers and queers. Is that what they say?
Huh. I'm pretty pissed about this.
So far, we've taken a deep dive into Joey Wendell's transaction history, and I looked through Brad Miller's 2021 game log for 20 minutes.
He's listed as a second baseman, third baseman, and shortstop. His nicknames are Mendel or Big Bopper, bro.
You know what?
You're telling me you're
First off,
trading?
you can't do it all.
You're trading a guy named Big Bopper for some dude named Misner? What the fuck? Some minor leaguer? Get the fuck out of here. And Corey fucking Kluber? Oh, Klubot? He pitched 1.1 innings for the Rangers. God damn it.
Wow.
I love when we get Ty all worked up. That's my favorite.
It's Joey fucking Wendell, dude.
Hey, he's no Brock Holt, though.
Listen, you got me there. That's fair. I'll agree with that. Joey Wendell could never.
Most fucking random ass people that you just go balls in on.
Tone is going to make a team of all of my boys, he said. And I'm super excited about it. I think he's got a list running on the side now, probably.
It's in my head.
brought
It's
it
in my
up.
head.
There's like a Nate McLouth, Brock Holt, Joey Wendell.
Don't give it all away. Yeah. I want to tell them now.
Hell yeah.
All right, boys, let's move on. Those are our standing predictions.
Hell
I
yeah.
hope Dan's right.
Me too.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I do.
I want the Rays to win. Let's go Rays.
Hey, talk about exciting. We all picked the exact same players for our ultimate AL East rotation.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
y'all want from us.
I mean, there's some really good other pitchers too, but that top five for me at least. I don't have any regrets about it.
it was very difficult for me to not put Shane Baz in there, but considering the fact he's only got like 3 games pitched, I couldn't do it.
He'll earn his spot there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one I would have considered putting in, but I didn't want to take Alek Manoah out, and I wasn't going to put him in for like Barrios or Gausman either. So
I would have taken Gausman out before Manoah. I was really thinking about that because like Gausman, I'm not convinced last year wasn't a complete fluke. So I would have taken him out first, but
it's weird though, man. You got guys like Ryu, who was the ERA leader in 19, almost in 2020, got top 3 MVP votes both seasons, sitting on the bench there. John Means threw a no-hitter last year, sitting on the bench.
He's also ass though.
Well, I mean, threw a no-hitter.
Well, he had a very weird and ill-timed drop-off after MLB's ban on sticky
He
substances.
sure did.
That
He was the
motherfucker
most obvious cheater in the history of cheaters.
Yeah.
That was very
bad. Man, I'm really sweaty. I'm just going to keep itching this one spot on my head the same time over and over again.
Oh, I need to turn around and check the scoreboard behind me 180 degrees completely while my throwing hand is inside my glove. That makes a lot of sense. Got it. Fucking dumb idiot. All right. Well, how do we go about this? We got all the same dudes. We got.
Yeah.
Let's just go through it. Garrett Cole, Chris Sale, Jose Barrios, Kevin Gausman, and Alek Manoah. Those are the 5. First 2, obviously Garrett Cole, Chris Sale for all of us, and then the last 3 kind of mix in there between Barrios, Gausman, and Manoah.
I'll be real honest. The only reason I moved Gausman and Barrios was because I just wanted to mix up the order just a little bit so that all 3 of them weren't exactly the same.
Touche.
I like Jose Barrios a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think
Garrett Cole's, starting from the top here, Garrett Cole's kind of just the GOAT still as far as pitching goes, at least in this division. And he's not gonna not be your ace unless something drastic happens. He's freaking good.
I fully expect a Chris Sale-esque season out of Chris Sale this year. Now that I'm glad he got back before the end of the season last year so that he can kind of, work the rust out a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I'm expecting a big year from Sale. This is the guy who threw 300 strikeouts, 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Chris Sale's pretty much a legend, and he can just chop jerseys up and not give a shit about nothing. It's awesome. That's all while he chews backer and spits out Mountain Dew while he's watching NASCAR. He's the fucking best.
He was top 6 Cy Young 7 years in a row.
Yeah. He's the fucking man, dude.
It's crazy.
Got one of the nastiest sliders in the history of the MLB.
He's got the MLB all-time record for strikeout to walk ratio.
I didn't know that. I like it.
Pretty nasty, boys. Pretty nasty, boys.
All right, let's move on. Kevin Gausman, probably the least. Well, I don't know. He doesn't have the name that
he's a huge fluke.
He's the least exciting of these 5.
I think he's a big boy fluke, bro.
Well, he might be.
His career ERA is a 4.02, and you're telling me last year he just had a 2.81 magically out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did.
He did, but he also had a 3.62 the year before. And I think you're just mad because he wasn't good in Atlanta.
No, I'm not mad at that at all. I think he's a fucking fluke.
He might be.
He's had good seasons before, decent seasons. 2014 he had a 1.10 ERA plus. 2016 was a 1.19. But he's never even been an all-star until last year, and then all of a sudden, you're 6th in Cy Young and 21st in MVP. I think, my guy, you may have figured something out, or maybe you just pitched in the largest, hardest-hitting ballpark in the league.
Fair.
He also has this thing where every other year his ERA plus is good.
Right.
So 2013, his rookie year was not good. It's 72, then 110, 97, 119, 93, 108, 97, 143, 81, 117. And then last year was the exception. He should have fallen below the 100 mark last year. So he either figured it out finally, or he's gonna tank this year.
I think there's a large enough sample size on Gausman to be like, hey man, probably a pretty big risk there. But he is only 30. He did sign the big contract, so maybe he's comfortable now. We'll see something. We'll see him repeat what he did. I don't know.
I think too, though. I don't think they need him to repeat. I think they just need a good death pitcher to give them a lot of innings.
Right.
Because I know they lost Robbie Ray. I get that, but they're gonna have a full season of Jose Barrios.
Mm-hmm.
They have Alek Manoah, who's gonna be better and better. I would very much imagine that Hyunjin Ryu is going to rebound because last season was not Ryu-esque. No. You've got Nate Pearson coming up. If Kevin Gausman ends up being your 4th best pitcher, that's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. You know.
Yeah, I'm starting to look at his FIP now too, and his FIP has outperformed his ERA pretty consistently. So he was on some bad Baltimore teams. You can't really blame him for having a bad ERA there. I get that. So I think, Tone, I think you're right, man. If he's your 4th best pitcher, your rotation's pretty fucking set.
Yep.
Nah.
I am right.
No, I do agree with that. That's not a bad 4th pitcher. You're just paying $20 million a year for it.
That's true.
Who else we got? Alek Manoah, obviously super duper impressive. Big excited to see what that boy's got.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's the best player in baseball, but I don't think there's a player, like a young up and coming player, that I am more excited to watch this season than Alek Manoah.
Yeah.
That's a guy that like I will set my alarm for, the games that he's starting and make sure to tune in for those because I just like him that much.
Yeah, he's just he's a fucking hoss, man. He's a big old boy. Throws some fucking heat. Strikes motherfuckers out like a big old fucking West Virginia boy. Like just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how big this boy is.
6'6", 260.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Way
It's
bigger.
like a more athletic Sabathia out there. You know what I mean? Like he's got
right-handed,
he's definitely got some extra weight on him for sure, but he's also, it's just freaking power. It's like Jonathan Broxton.
Yeah, 10.2K per 9 last year in his rookie year.
That's pretty good. Yeah, he accrued a 2.8 WAR just 1 year, so that's pretty.
136 ERA plus, dude. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I'm like even more excited for this motherfucker now.
20 games started. They say for his projections next year. What the shit are they doing? So they said he's only going to throw 116 innings, which is
4 more than last year.
That's weird. No. But they also just decided to mix in 2 saves for some reason. So Baseball Reference is cracked out like a motherfucker right now. They're just like, nobody's paying attention to baseball. We're just going to put some fucking numbers out.
So they think he's going to like struggle and have to bounce between the bullpen, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
They've got him pitching 4.1 more innings and only getting 1 more strikeout.
No, sir.
Let's see what Fangraphs has to say.
They're a bunch of stupid idiots over there. You know what I mean? But I think that their rotation is the most exciting in all of the AL East.
Top to bottom, absolutely.
I mean, we got 3 of their guys in there, so we can't really be too upset with what they've got.
Right.
Their highs probably aren't the highest, and their lows definitely aren't the lowest, so they just kind of break even right there in the middle, and that's super good. We kind of talked about it with Hyunjin Ryu. He's on all of our honorable mentions there. Mm-hmm. That's a guy that was Cy Young worthy no more than 3-4 years ago. So
true.
2 years.
I mean, 2 years ago. We're not even fucking talking about him. He's on our honorable mentions. Shane Baz, one of the biggest upcoming names. John Means, who we talked about, kind of cheats pretty good a lot of the time, but whatever. And then Luis Severino, who we think is going to have a big bounce back year. Kind of all around, we agree with that, correct?
I very much agree with that. Yeah, I think he's going to have a great year.
I would hope so, because it's been like 3 years since we've seen him. So I want like a full-time crank it out there, Luis Severino, get it done. And then Papa Dan, you got old Nate Eovaldi on there too. I love me some Nate Eovaldi. He should be in my honorable mentions as well.
I do. I'm not big on John Means. We already talked about that, so I wanted to put Eovaldi in there. I do like him in that Boston rotation.
I've loved Eovaldi for a long time. It's just such a shame when you see all these injuries and then push people back. And I mean, the boy's in his age 32 season now, so that's the only thing that fucking sucks. But I mean,
but he was a reliever for a couple of years too, so he's got a lot of innings left in that arm.
That is true. He still started 32 games last season, 182 innings, which is his most. Since 2014. So hopefully he's still got enough left in the tank there. I don't know. Just excited to see. I love me some Nate Eovaldi. Just going out there pumping Ched, bro.
Pumping the Ched.
Just pumping the Ched. Anything else we want to talk about pitching, or we Gucci? Gucci. Let's talk about stat predictions. Whoa! Look at that. Pretty sim. Pretty sim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also very different.
I will say, do you guys want to talk about Vladdy for home runs?
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take Vladdy. I'll put him up there 48.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just keep doing this thing from last year and just put up stupid numbers.
Yeah, it took everything in me not to pick Vladdy on this one. But I don't think Joey Gallo is necessarily a bad pick either. So big old left-handed power swinger in Yankee Stadium.
Right.
It's usually asking for a success there. So
especially if they do decide to just be like, "Yo, no shifts this year." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, they agreed on it for 2023. So
Right.
I did pick this with the kind of the caveat that I expect them to potentially implement it this year as well.
Right. Stolen bases in that division was kind of easy. It's old Cedric Mullins.
Yeah,
I gave the
how
boy.
many we think he's gonna get?
Yeah, I gave the boy 33. I think he broke even right at 30 last year. Right?
Yep.
So I give him 33. He'll take a little step up from there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Era.
I'm going Chris
Barely
Sale. I'm
Era.
going a big old bounce back.
Yeah, that's probably a better guess. I'm just, like I said, really high on Alek Manoah.
No, I mean that's fair, dude. Like I would love to pick him for this, and I would love to pick him for the K's too. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm expecting a Chris Sale year from Chris Sale. So I think honestly, like probably he's my AL Cy Young pick, if I'm being completely honest. So before we get into that episode,
If he leads in ERA and strikeouts, I'd say you got
in
a
this
chance.
division anyway, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, did you guys know that Cedric Mullins was a switch hitter before last year? Last year was the first year he gave it up and just went full lefty, and he goes out there and goes 30-30.
I think more hitters should. I think more switch hitters should
Go from their dominant side.
If you're not hitting an elite level, like I understand what the goal is, but if it doesn't, it's not
translate.
out, yeah. So,
What good switch hitters are there anymore? Ozzy. That's the only one I know of, top of my head.
That's a great question.
hold on.
You really caught me off guard on that one.
Hold the phone.
Tone, how you do it?
I'm gonna go to Baseball Reference leaders. I'm gonna go to active leaders, and then I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna pick a stat like OPS plus.
Oh my god!
Oh my
god!
What?
Jose Ramirez, bros.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah. We kind of failed on that one.
Yep.
Frankie
Bonnie
Lindor.
Grandal's a pretty decent one.
Frankie Lindor, Carlos Santana.
They're out there.
Ass Cabs.
Yes, Cavs.
Jed Lowry, Justin Smoke, Heimer Candelario, Ian Happ.
Heimer. I barely know her.
Pablo Sandoval was a decent name for a minute.
Oh my god, I forgot Pablo was a fucking switch hitter. That is insane.
Wait, is that right?
What? That's what, right, bro?
Robbie Grossman's 32?
Yeah, Robbie Grossman's older than hell, bro.
Good Lord. Well, hey, I'm 33.
I said what I said and I meant it.
Wow.
I don't like that.
So yeah, so switch hitters, they're out here doing things, but I agree, bro.
Mike Moustakas.
Oh, there we go.
Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar?
Yeah.
Brian Reynolds.
Escobar.
Why did you
fuck? Who's Eduardo Escobar? I'm getting them all
Third
mixed up
baseman.
now.
He just signed with the Mets.
Yeah, he was with Arizona, then went
and
to
then to
Milwaukee
the
in a
Brewers.
trade.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Kettle Marte, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds is a switchy? Dave, this is fun. I like this game. Nice.
He's a switchy?
He's a switchy?
Yes.
Hey, did you guys know Cedric Mullins' first name is Boyce?
No, but that's pretty cool.
Boyce, Boyce. Boyce Cedric Mullins.
I don't like that.
His nickname? It's the Entertainer.
Oh, of course it is.
Just a little Cedric the Entertainer. No big
Of course it is.
You're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna steal a nickname. Can't even get your own. That's very fucking cool. Hey, how about strikeouts, boys?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the two.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the rates kind of show Chris Sale in a full season. I just going off of the last couple seasons and where Garrett Cole's been, I'm I'm going to try and play it safe here a little bit with Garrett Cole, I think. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was Chris Sale whatsoever.
I'm actually going to renege on my Chris Sale AL.
Oh, he's going 300.
Because I forgot that I had Shane Bieber go 300 strikeouts. So I think that's my AL Cy Young. But Chris Sale is going to be in there.
I believe it, man. If he gets a full season, I mean, he's automatically almost in there. Like, he doesn't have bad seasons.
No, I mean,
he's just got to be healthy. That's all he needs.
And even 275 is like probably like average, like maybe a little bit above average for him.
Right. All right, and then our closers, we've all got 3 different ones, probably for the same type of reason, though. Dan, you've got Jordan Romano with the Jays. I've got Matt Barnes with the Red Sox. And Tone, you got Aroldis Chapman with the Yankees.
Ty's favorite closer.
It's just going to be tough to tell. They're all going to win a bunch of games. It's going to matter who's in those close situations.
Yep, that's exactly what it's going to come down to. Who's going to get more opportunity?
I mean, we're all within 4 on our 3 separate guys. So, yeah. And I mean, on our dang old predictions, those 3 teams are separated by like a total of 8 games. So it's just going to be flippy floppy one way or the other.
Yeah, my flippy floppies.
What, bro?
I'm on a boat.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Well
doing
done.
Flips and shit.
Oh. Hey, what do you guys think? Is that good enough? Did we do enough?
Probably the best episode we've ever done.
Probably the best episode ever. I really hope so. I don't remember most of it.
Definitely not among our 11 worst. I know that.
Hell yeah, I love that. That's really good to hear, considering I don't really know where I am right now. Okay. I want to thank you guys for listening. Super appreciate y'all coming out. If you guys want to tune into the live stream, that is Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. All of those are at upperdeckerpod.com. We've also got Instagram and TikTok over at Upper Decker Pod, I believe, Upper Decker Pod. So you search those, go find those. We do things on all of those things.
Just Google Upper Decker and you'll find us.
Yeah. Upper Decker Baseball. Search Upper Decker Baseball. Then we'll pop up for sure. And like I said, the live streams are generally every Monday, and that's from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Barring, me spending 24 hours in the bathroom doing bad things. Then we'll be on Tuesdays like today. But Tone, if they want to listen to the podcast, where can they listen to the podcast?
If you don't want to see our beautiful faces, you can look for Upper Decker Podcast on any platform, Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you get your podcast, we will be there. If you are listening on any of those platforms, please leave us a review or a rating. It helps us out tremendously, gets our name out there, kind of wiggle up through the algorithms of the different platforms.
God, I love wiggling through algorithms.
And we talked about money a little bit earlier, but we're going to talk about it again real quick. Mr. Papa Dan, go.
Let's do it. If you want to give us some money, sign up to be a monthly contributor over at anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod/support. You can sign up in increments of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. And that would come out every single month. All of that would go right back into the show. It helps us out quite a bit when it comes to equipment.
Are you sure?
Buying Ty's meds.
I scratched Uncle Dan's head.
If you don't want to sign up to be a monthly contributor, you can give us a one-time donation as well. If you head on over to paypal.me/upperdeckerpod. And if you give us $20 or more, we'll shout you out on the show. If you have a business, and you want us to talk about it, we will happily do that as well.
Wow.
I don't even know. Just give us money. Give us money. We're dumb.
Just give us a little bit of money, please.
Puppy.
Oh, puppy dog. What's up, Shadow?
Puppy.
I don't think we got anything else to say. That's a good enough housekeeping. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. We've got next week. What is it? NL East, and that'll close out our. Oh my God, that'll close out our divisional previews. Holy shit.
And then we're coming up on episode 100.
I don't even know who we are anymore. 100 fucking episodes?
Yeah.
100.
About 2 years.
Jinkies, Batman. That's unbelievable. Anyways, I'm going to have a panic attack while I think about what we do for the 100th episode. I'll talk to you guys next time.